Nick Pivetta, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Hey, that two-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap?
Line down the left field line, but this will be foul. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Up with it, Realmuto. The throw down to first, 1 away. With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
You know, this team really needs David Peralta to step up. He's really been struggling, hitting under 200 over the last 10 games. He doesn't usually go into these long droughts, but right now he's truly in one. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
And there's ball 1. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
D-Road, everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
First offering on its way. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. Gone!
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
Line toward the alley in left center. Williams is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Diamondbacks hit the board first. Gene Segura standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Phillies, the shortstop.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
Segura behind on a 1-2 count. Here he comes again, 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Hit weakly back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. A moment now to check out the hometown Phil's starting lineup. D-Row, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit back toward the mound. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hernandez, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Knuckle curve there off the outside corner, 2-0.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the second now at Petco Park. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Phillies nothing. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike one. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's 1 for 4. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit high and deep to right center. After it is McCutchen. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Stepping into the box, Christian Walker took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Hit down the third baseline. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only 1 score. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Peralta is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5 fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning, keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Seared down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Up next will be Nick Williams as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
Ball.
2 balls and no strikes.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Runners on first with 1 down. Real Muto's running. A bouncer to the left side, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
I think the whole ballpark knew he was going to go with the sinker right there to induce the double play. The only problem is he can't guarantee it's going to be hit right at one of his infielders. Tough luck.
In now, Maikel Franco, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1, and they're runners at the corners now. Runners breaking for the plate, and they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Pickoff move to second. Don't want to forget about him. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. This is foul right side. 2 out here and a runner at second. Now a spin and a throw back to second and a dive, but he's back in there. Comes set, the 0-1. That's a strike to throw down. And he will be nailed at third on a questionable. Stepping in, John Ryan Murphy, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1. Takes this the other way to right. Oh, and he misses it.
Hey, right here, anytime the leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Hoskins is there, and he has it for the out. Stepping in, Ketel Marte, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Runners off for second. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. He'll try it again from first. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Here's the payoff pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. That's in there. Base hit. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now 2-1.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, the base hit.
Hey, guys, I think the pitcher was just trying to steal a strike right there. I do not think he expected to get ambushed on an 0-0 get-me-over breaking ball. But that's exactly what happened.
Into the box now, David Peralta. Williams is under it. And that's the second out of the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. 1-1 the count to Jake Lamb. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away from the stretch. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Counts even at 1-1 to Wilmer Flores. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 1-2. Here it is. Down the third baseline. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. 1 run scores. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Roy.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
No balls and a strike to count. From the belt, the pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Souza, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Standing in, Andrew McCutchen, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play.
There's no way not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
Standing in now, Nick Pivetta, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. And he tries to bunt here with 2 strikes, but he's out.
Now batting, shortstop.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring in the middle infielder, Gene Segura. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Nope.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Four to 1's our score here in inning number 3. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. The 1-1 taken, strike 2. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
The second for 1, but wisely, no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up.
Run.
Segura runs. 1-1 the count now. 2 out with a man at first. He's running again. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Flores to his left. He's there. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. And back at Petco Park in San Diego as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovello about the Diamondbacks' offensive production, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives, and even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
Thank you, Heidi. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
The catcher, number 36.
Striding in once again, John Ryan Murphy. He reached on a single in his first try. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike one. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. And a ball and 2 strikes to the Diamondbacks pitcher. 4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's Segura. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. And now Bryce Harper.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
No balls and 1 strike. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Number 17. 3.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. And that's in there for strike 1. Hoskins brings a ton of pop to the plate with him, particularly against right-handed pitching. Some guys don't drive the ball as well when facing a pitcher who throws from the same side they swing the bat, but that's certainly not the case here.
Yeah, this guy just absolutely hammers right-handed pitching. You know, some guys like the ball in, coming towards them, and that's exactly what the righty-on-righty matchup presents itself. A 2-seamer in, a 4-seamer that leaks out over the plate, a hanging breaking ball. This guy seems to absolutely hammer those.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Hold him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Souza will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Phillies down in order. They trail it 4-1. Back to the top of the order now. Baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
It's really into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
Line to the right side. Under it is Hart. No, he's unable to make the catch. Oh, and he misses it. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Now
So it's a lone runner all the way over at third after the error. And stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Eduardo Escobar. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Back goes Harper at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
The batter, number 6.
Stepping up to the plate, David Peralta. Base is empty and 1 away following the sac fly. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is low, ball 1.
Clean slate on.
Play ball. He's out.
Leading off the inning, Nick Williams. And they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
The windup and the 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a cold strike as he nips the corner. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that means Michael Franco, the third baseman, will bat next. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. And at least he held up. He must have been guessing.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, and through.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Slow roller left side. Lamb gonna have to hurry. In a close play at first, but he's called out on the side. So stepping in.
Play ball.
So here now is the pitcher, Nick Pivetta. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Comes into his first at bat at 283. Still without a home run and 15 RBIs. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Flores. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop.
1 out for the Phils in their half of the 6th, and that'll bring in the middle infielder Gene Segura. Oh, and he misses it. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the 2nd out. Stepping up now, Cesar Hernandez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
First pitch of the at-bat. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch-to-contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. On the ground up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Rhys Hoskins. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
Line to the right side. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. Phillies leave him loaded. At the digging in to try it again, Nick Williams. He went down on strikes last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Late on that one as it's foul off to the left side. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Line shot to first, and there's one away. Now at the plate, Michael Franco. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Hit down the line at first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now back, center fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew McCutchen. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. He was a first-round pick back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2. Hit on the ground to short. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're down 9. Robbie Scott is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 63.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Odubel Herrera. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Grounded down the third baseline. Lamb has it. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Well, the line score says it all. 10-1 as you check the tally inning by inning. Not the competitive game that 3 of us were hoping for when we signed on. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Gene Segura. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A bouncer to the left side. Lamb charging in on it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Strike. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Scott, the former Red Sox. He was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully settled in with this ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Line towards center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Phillies strand 1. They're down 9. It's 10-1.